Alrighty, got a 562, runs fine, no issues. It's just in for some performance work. I'm gonna do a light timing advance, open the muffler up a good bit, and machine the cylinder, do some port work. But this is a 2019 model, so this would be before they did the upgrades to the oil pump. And see, we can't get in here. All right, so here's what I want to show you. And you know, it doesn't matter which brand, but you know, once a week, you need to take a good look, or you know, when you're at the end of the day, look for things like this. You know, what happens is this will rattle around in there. This one's still got a couple of threads hanging on, so it's not actually all the way out. But you'll end up boogering up the threads in there and then need to put an insert in your cylinder. So, you know, just always make a lap around your saw, make sure everything's nice and tight. But this air filter, and you know, it's curious because, you know, when you think about Husky, you think about really good air filtration. Let me take you in a little closer here. But you can see what's getting by. Yeah, I mean, it's fine particulate, sure, but that's getting ingested right into your engine. I haven't taken the cylinder off, but we'll see how polished up the intake side of the skirt is. And, you know, the bearings have to eat this stuff too, and bearings hate any kind of debris. We're going to upgrade. I'll get you a part number for this, but this is kind of a kit from Husky. And these filters do a lot better. Not perfect, but a lot better than your traditional ones. And I think some of this is just particularly getting through the felt, but also around that seam right there. Now, it's definitely on the inside. And I don't know, man, back in the old days, you know, the felt filters seem to do fine. I don't know what it is about these, but anyway, this is a better option, and they're relatively cheap. I want to say these are like 30 or 40 bucks at the counter. And this gives you a much better seal where you've got that twist, or excuse me, screw down. And underneath there, there's a nice little metal rubber base that really makes a good seal. So it should be running a little cleaner once we get up and go faster. So let's pull the jug off of this and see how everything looks on the inside. All right, just got off the phone with the owner of this saw just to verify what oil is running, what ratio, because, you know, that's a thing. He runs Dominator at 40-1. I haven't done anything. Look at that. Nice film strength there. Nice coating. Carbons to a bare minimum. Good stuff. Let's take a look down in here. Nice and shiny. I don't know if we can get with that crank and see if we can't get, look down and see if we see. Look at that. We got some, just a little bit of pooling down there. So we're looking good. Yeah, there's a good shot of that. And this has been sitting on my shelf for like a week and a half until I could get to it. Maybe 2 weeks now. And you can see, if you look right into that, some of that debris has gotten in there and started to make a little bit of wear on the piston skirt. But I think the additional oil that's been in here has kept it from being any worse. So, I mean, you still see the machine markings there and some of the wear from that particulate getting in there. We're gonna get this all cleaned up, and let's take a peek at the cylinder, you know, in the old sensuous world of stuff. Oh gosh. Pretty tidy in the combustion chamber. You know, no surprises there. Everything looks good and clean. Exhaust port doesn't have any excessive buildup in it. Let me back out a little bit so it's not so jumpy. See if I can get a little bit of light in here. Almost had it. Anyway, it looks pretty dang good, man. let's do the real reason why we're here and get some performance done to this. Has a 28-inch bar, wants to run it with authority. Looks like he hasn't got the oiler turned up yet. These do have adjustable oilers. So if you've got one, just remember right there, and directions are on the bottom for plus and minus. Okay, let's get to work. All right, just about put this thing back together and thought, oh man, I gotta finish the video on this. Anyway, this is 562. This is the one, sent for some performance work. Did the machine work on it. Friday, it's Sunday. How about them dogs? If you don't follow college football, then don't worry about it. Anyway, just gonna do a quick little summary of what's up, and we're gonna put this thing back together and go run it. There's 40 thousandths off the base. See if we can't. That kind of blows it up a little bit. Try and get in here and look at it. So the upper's been slightly raised, but more angled toward the spark plug. Same thing on both sides. Right there, just some nice easy touch up. Clean this up just a little bit from the original casting. I did take the transfer covers off to do the upper transfers. I do use some ultra black on here because this O-ring will fail at some point in time. Eventually, it's not forever. Not a ton of exhaust work. I did widen things here, and let me see if I can't get a little less light on there. So there you have it. You know, nothing fancy, nothing, you know, just good old work saw stuff. This will give a nice bump in compression and improving the port work from the factory. Should yield us some pretty good giddy up. Very minor timing advance. They'll take it. Not too much, gentle. What's the other thing? I typically, even though this is a, you know, machined, surfaced, and, you know, I zeroed everything, that we, you know, had no run out. I don't trust putting these back together without a gasket, because this forward bridge right here is so far away from your hold downs. Even the factory puts a little dab, but I seal it all the way across. I'm reusing this gasket on purpose. You'll find if you have a brand hammer new gasket, all right, if you've got a 562, go pop the cover off of it and see if you can't snug up your cylinder bolts. This gasket's like 60 or 70 thousandths thick from the factory, and it does compress. So it's not a bad idea, you know, after your first couple of months or first month of running a 562, is to go back, and you don't have to get all hammered down. I mean, these aren't huge bolts that are holding your cylinder down. You know, that's just an M5. So just go back and snug those cylinder bolts up, and that will keep that from leaking up there. But I would not trust some gasket maker. Nothing's forever, you know, plus with the muffler being right here, there's a lot of heat. So in my opinion, be safe, run a gasket, machine the extra off that you want to, and go from there. All right, got cylinder bolted down, got our new air filter base and air filter giddy up installed. I got a little Loctite on those just for wishful thinking. Those do come loose quite regularly. So here's the muffler mod. I've got another hole. Here, let me get you in a little tighter. Right there. That's about the same size as this, but it's the sneaky baffle. Let me see if I can't prop that up. So grind away all that right there. Oops, that's some lint. So when you get down in there, you just got a straight shot. Kind of went out of focus there. Maybe we can do it from the other way. Anyway, you get the gist. You're gonna have to take most of that baffle out if you want any decent flow. There's a lot of metal removed in there. Child-proof mufflers. Whew. I think I probably had 25, 30 minutes of grinding to get that done. Anyway, let's keep moving. All right, just a couple things before we run this raped ape here in a second. I'm gonna be at TCIA in Charlotte this coming Friday and Saturday. That's the 11th and 12th of November. Also, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, throw me a like, subscribe, and let's get down to business. Here we go. Now, I want you to take a look at how tight this old hickory is. It is some dense stuff. Beautiful wood. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that. This one's one for the books. And that's how you do 562. Y'all have a great day.